lucked out with joining the cast this season, Brooke. It is the most buzzed about show, more so than Idol.
You know, there's so much drama right out the gate, and I remember my season. It was maybe like week 6. There was some fighting, and there was some drama going on. This season, it's like every single couple, and no one's making it up. The footage is there, so yeah, it's becoming the guilty pleasure.
The cover of Us Weekly, Kate's train wreck, talking about the drama behind the scenes, bringing up your celeb aquarium. Her and Tony not together back there. What are you seeing?
It's really interesting. I have not seen anything from Kate other than loveliness and happiness and kindness, and I think she's really frightened and she's going through a lot of stress on this show.
Not fair?
I haven't seen that side of Kate, and I've spent some one-on-one intimate time with her, and I only know her one-on-one on the show, and I think she's lovely. So,
something about live TV makes her freeze?
I just think that this show is terrifying. And when the cameras go on and you know that there's 30 million people watching and you're doing something you've never done before, some people do really well in that situation. The athletes know how to hold it together and some people don't.
Yeah,
and I want her to pull through this and succeed. I really do. I want her to conquer this for her own self as a woman and as a mother.
These people that are hooking up, like the people to your left.
Oh, really? You know more than I do.
Oh, come on, Brooke.
Nothing. I know nothing.
Oh, Brooke.
Serious?
Chad giving Cheryl a ring. These two. He's my personal bodyguard over here.
Scandal. It's Dancing with the Stars, baby.
So is there someone that that you're rooting for, or can you do that as a host? You'd like to see Kate improve. You mentioned that.
Yeah, I'm rooting for everyone, but I like weeks like last week where somebody like Chad and Cheryl come out. I know he's worked so hard. He's so out of his element. For somebody like that to have frustration of not conquering the physical part of it, it's nice to see him work hard and then get praised by the judges. So, it's hard to go out there and get a beating week after week.
Who is surprising you as far as not pulling their weight or not doing as good as you thought they might?
Chad Ochocinco is not doing as well as I thought he might.
I said last night Cheryl may have found the only black man with no rhythm.
I wouldn't go so far as saying that he has no rhythm, not at all. But I do think that Chad has much more. I think he's got to take a look in the mirror and see if he likes what he's doing. I don't think he's really committed completely to this whole process.
But he is committed to Cheryl.
He's definitely committed to Cheryl, and that worked really well in the Paso Doble because the storyline was to get Cheryl, and it worked for the focus. So he had something of a breakthrough last night, but I definitely think there's more to him.
Who do you think it's going to come down to as far as you're watching tonight and you're seeing the last 3 weeks?
As of tonight, it's interesting because I think Niecy Nash is someone to keep your eyes on. I also think, the people like Niecy and Pamela, who are sort of in the middle of the pack, those are the ones to watch because often people like the underdogs that sort of rise from below and get up there. And I do think that they both have the movement ability and an interest factor that could take them very far. But of course, hi, Nicole, amazing.
This cast got a lot of buzz. Us Weekly, Kate's train wreck, you see the cover. What's going on behind the scenes? What are you hearing?
Well, I saw the train wreck last night. I was there. That was kind of scary. But, the thing about Kate is she's a housewife, And I think that people really relate to that. And I think that, just like Buzz, he's an elder folk, and he really is inspiring people of the elder class. And I think the same thing is going on with Kate. She's inspiring people who've never danced before. People watch our show. They live vicariously through the people who are on our show. I think a lot of women are watching Kate going, oh, my God, that is so great. Look, she's doing it. Yeah, she's not the best, but she's still doing it. And I think, I give her a lot of credit for that.
You've seen her behind the scenes and how she interacts. I mean, it's been pleasant.
I don't see them.
You don't see them. The judges are kept from them.
Every once in a while we might cross somebody's path, but it's not often, and I haven't seen her behind the scenes. Oh, actually, no. Yesterday on the way to the set, I didn't recognize her. She had her hair. She looked really cute yesterday, by the way. Good hairstyle yesterday, Kate. Yeah,
exactly. Now, one last question. You saw Bruno's picture, right? The naked photo?
I just saw Bruno being Ann Miller. Right? That's what it is. Bruno as Ann Miller. But that body, that's all real, people. I know you don't know, but that's all real. He looks good.
You guys were fantastic. Fantastic. It was fun. Now, how do I put this? You're so bringing that blindfold home tonight. I know it.
We have two, actually, don't we?
Two, yeah.
One for each of you.
One, wow, no. One is big. Where
No,
it
because
basically cuts off your nose.
Well, if you're both blindfolded, what good will that do?
I don't know. We didn't practice that.
That's not going to be really sexy, no. No, but I think everybody loved it so much, and Len got really jealous. he was like those kids in school, you know, where they really like a girl, they show their affection by like pushing them and poking them and whatever.
He wanted Max to put it on him.
Maybe he wanted.
Maybe.
Who knows? I'll just throw it out there.
You guys are hot together, I have to say. And you were like so. I know that she made a comment about you like squeezing onto him, but you would have never known. You were so flowy, and you got like this whole thing.
I don't even remember.
Well,
I'm
listen,
sorry.
About the comment, okay? Because I give it a thought. Ballroom hold is very important at 2 points. This one and this one. And what do I always tell you about
Hold
this
me.
hand?
Hold.
I always say
Hold.
squeeze, 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 squeeze.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
very, 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 very important because if the arm is relaxed. So, you know what? Keep squeezing. Let's keep doing this. I'm okay with Carrie Ann improving our score one point at a time. It's fine.
How are you holding up, my dear?
I'm good. It's been a tough 9 months, but
I'm
you know
holding her up.
he is.
You can tell. Thank God for you.
Well, but you know what? To be
Can you
honest with you,
imagine?
thank goodness, because I wouldn't honestly have been able to go through this yet again without all of these people and without him. I mean, he's been with me. He's kind of just said, "How do you want me to be?" And I'm like, "Just be you. I need you to be you." And he's been just truly a blessing.
He's tough.
He is
No
tough.
weekend by you, right?
No.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. I came in a T-shirt said security in the back. Had no clue.
No
I know
clue what was happening.
Perfect.
Yeah, and I think the show, I've been asking everyone, obviously Sean Johnson had some issues last go around, so they've kind of dealt with it before. Do you feel like they're keeping you secure here?
I don't even really think twice about that, to be honest with you. I just wanted to get through today. There was no way I wasn't going to do it. You know, I didn't want to let Max down. And security, when you got a good-looking Russian like this by your side that's blindfolding you
Big
in front of
Russian.
millions of people, I
Big
mean, I just
biceps
feel so
and
safe.
stuff.
First of all, I am going right to the hair because we talk about your hair all the time on the show, and I love it straight. Keep it straight.
It is so, I know, isn't it crazy?
I love it.
I honestly do it curly because it's easier. Let's just be honest.
Is it really?
I do not want to spend 2 hours in the bathroom. I do have 8 kids. So curly is like, oh, floof, floof, out I go.
I love this, though. It's sexy.
Thanks. It's good. As long as someone else is doing it.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I know you tweeted that this was going to be her best dance. Tell me how you guys feel tonight. I know the judges were pretty tough.
I feel very proud of her actually right now because the first week she had a little blank out. The second week we had a little mistake on the dance floor, and this week I knew it was going to come all together because practice does make perfect, and she had no background whatsoever in performing. So now you could see that by doing it over and over, you tend to get better. And right now I'm so proud of her because she really did put the character and the dance together this time, regardless of what the judges say.
I know you guys had an Easter egg hunt. How did that go?
We had our full Easter day on Saturday. We're doing a lot of holidays Saturday versus Sunday this year for obvious reasons. We did the whole Easter basket thing, the Easter egg hunt, and the dinner, and then I was in a car on the way to the airport by 2:30 in the afternoon. With everything cleaned up, it was called the fast food holiday, although I cooked from scratch
I
the
didn't
whole
realize
meal.
you were flying back and forth. I mean, is anybody else doing that?
No, I think we're the only ones.
It's really
There's
hard.
been
I
other
know,
people
so
in
like these
different
crazy
seasons.
people, Monday night, they go out to dinner and stay out late, and I'm like, hello, it's like 2 in the morning for me, good night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely, it's wear and tear. And then the other thing I wanted to ask you guys about, obviously with Erin Andrews and the death threats and stuff, how has she held up in your opinion?
Erin is an amazingly strong person. She pulled me aside and said, okay, I know you deal with like stuff like this. How do you deal with it? And I just said, the best way to answer back is don't ever let them see you sweat and don't ever give in and don't let them win. Get out there and dance, and that's the best thing you can do. And I mean, because I've had plenty of naysayers, maybe not that specific situation, but I just know that that's the best way to show people, like, I'm not a quitter and you're not going to get the best of me.
Not afraid of you.
She's awesome, man.
She's tough, you
just
can
like,
tell. I'm impressed.
she's steamrolling ahead. I love her.
She's unbelievable. I think I thought both Erin and Max did such an incredible job today. I thought they were just great. I thought the story was awesome, and I just give them a lot of credit.
We love them. We love them.
Well, Max is my best friend. He's like my brother, so for me, I'm a little biased.
So it's only natural that Erin and I become friends. We crack up because she's like the single 30-year-old, and I'm like the 30-whatever-year-old of 8, a mom of 8. And it's so funny because we love each other, and it's awesome.